Hi, welcome to my channel. Na asanteni sana for to those that have continued to subscribe. Wale bado hamja subscribe, you're welcome to do so. Thank you also for the support that you showed me during the last video where I talked about my journey with my weight gain and weight loss. And you can watch it as many times as you can. And it's a video that it is timeless, you know. Whenever you feel you would want to know maybe a few questions maybe you have been having, or you have always asked about my weight gain and my weight loss, now it is on my YouTube channel. You can go and listen to the whole story. Please listen to the whole story. Ukisikiza nusu, kuna vitu maybe unaweza kosa kusikia that are very important also to hear. So I've been getting a lot of people who have been asking me how I was able to deal with my mental health during that season. And when we talk about mental health, I would say it's really a long topic. And most people are asking me, how are you able to overcome low self-esteem? How did you stay healthy also mentally? And this is why I decided to do this video. And you're at least najua tunaweza saidika in so many ways. So this video today, I'll be talking about how I was able to overcome low self-esteem. And just a few points zenye pia zinaweza kusaidia, because low self-esteem can be caused by a number of issues. First of all, self-esteem is the opinion that you have about yourself. So low self-esteem is when you get too self-critical, is when you are too negative about yourself, you are unsatisfied about yourself. So that is how low self-esteem begins to come in. So that is what I'll be talking about today. So of course, with my kind of story, because of my weight gain, I had moments where, of course, sometimes I felt I wasn't looking good. And sometimes low self-esteem can be caused by sometimes it's your childhood, maybe the way you grew up. It's just something with your history or your background, a lack of an affirmation, lack of encouragement, you know. Maybe some negative energy also around you can contribute to you having low self-esteem. So for me, I went through low self-esteem because of, you know, the environment that I was surrounded with. The people didn't always have good or nice things to say about my weight gain. So at some point, of course, I felt, I wouldn't lie, of course, I'm human. There were times I felt, you know, it was really a bitter pill to swallow, because saa zingine ukiambiwa hizi vitu sana, also being a human being, they can also begin to hurt you and make you feel, you know, bad. But I was able to overcome that, because at first I didn't know what exactly was happening. At first I didn't really know how to deal with it properly. But as time went by, I began to understand that, you know, low self-esteem was kicking in, and I had to deal with it, because being in the public, being a social person, I'm around people, it is inevitable for people to make some funny comments. Unajua watu lazima pia wata-comment vitu funny, watu bonga mob. So you have to have the muscles also to deal with all that, yeah? So I'll be talking to you how I was able to overcome that. So karibuni sana, na wenye hamja subscribe, muendelee kusubscribe. So my journey with low self-esteem, it began a while back, because I don't think I've ever said this before, but as I was you know, learning more and discovering myself, of course I went through a number of things. And so growing up, I was this person who really had a deep voice. Unaona, I really had a deep voice, and sometimes it wasn't as, you know, it wasn't as comfortable, you know. And sometimes I felt different from the other girls, because every time I spoke, you know, I would get those weird faces looking at me, hey, you know. And so I as I was growing up, I kind of felt my voice, before I came to a place of accepting that my voice was actually unique, you know, my voice was deeper than the other girls. But before I came to a point, it's just uniqueness, you know, it's just the uniqueness. There's nothing wrong with me, you know. Before I came, you know, into peace with that, of course, it took me some time, and I had to deal with a lot. So at some point, I became this silent girl who never used to speak a lot, because I was afraid if I spoke, people would look at me in a very strange way, you know. And I went through all that. And when I was a child, I remember I went through the issue of low self-esteem, and I had to deal with it. I came to a point, of course, as I was growing up, I came to a point I accepted, you know. I went through the acceptance, you know. I'm a girl, it is just a uniqueness. Everybody is unique in their own way. Na masauti pia wanga hazifanani. Our tones are not the same, our voices are not the same. We do not speak the same. Kila mtu kuna venye anaongeanga. So but I always used to ask myself, why is my voice, you know, deeper than? And that is how I also realized that I could also sing. So, you know, as I sang also, I think also singing became my you know, my encouragement, you know. At least if I didn't talk that much, at least I could sing, at least I could do something with myself. So when I realized I had the gift and I had the talent to sing, of course, I was able to have the confidence in me to just be okay even with the way I spoke. So of course, with time, I began to become positive about it. And one of the things that really helped me is, you know, the acceptance. Unajipenda, unaji-accept, unajua, you know, it's just uniqueness. You begin to ride on that uniqueness. And so for me, I think the gift of singing really came and surpassed a lot of things. And it was really an encouragement to me. So that was my first phase of low self-esteem, which I was able to overcome because I accepted this is uniqueness. And it is not a bad thing, you know. It is just a uniqueness that I also needed to celebrate myself. So growing up, of course, coming mpaka kwa journey the weight gain and all that, of course, I had to deal with the low self-esteem. And one of the major things that helped me is that I was looking forward, you know, to the healing. I was looking forward to you know, just things, you know, getting better and all that. Excuse me kidogo, niko kwa gari, so let me make a few adjustments here so that you can be able to see me properly. I hope the light now is okay. Yeah. So of course, during the first few months, I guess, I could meet with people, and of course, low self-esteem can be affected also by the environment you surround yourself with. That's why I began by saying low self-esteem can be brought by even the environmental factors, you know, the people you're surrounding yourself with, or where you spend most of your time. Sometimes you might be around people that can make some comments that sometimes can make you feel, you know, weird or out of place. So of course, at times I would interact with people, and of course I'm a social person. Nitatokea tu kwa watu. I will be with people most of the time, and sometimes I would listen to their comments, and within time, of course, I went through the issue of sometimes feeling uncomfortable, you know, around people. And I really didn't realize what kind of feeling was that I was dealing with, you know. I began to feel I'm not comfortable around people, because anytime I will show up where people are, I would get that weird look, or some people wataniuliza tu swali, hey, na umenona, hey, you know, and all that. So at some point I kind of began to feel like I wanted to stay out and withdraw from where the people were. And slowly by slowly I began to discover that I was struggling, you know, with low self-esteem. And so maybe you might wonder, low self-esteem ainanga age, you know, ainanga age. I think it usually looks like it's people who are younger maybe that struggle with it, but no, I came to realize that even though you are older, you know, hata kama uko hii age yetu, you can still struggle with low self-esteem. But I think we just have a way of maneuvering, you know, or we just have a way of not really showing it, you know. I think inakwanga low self-esteem fulani imeomoka, for lack of a better word, you know. You hardly even notice it. So me, I went through that, and when I started to feel sometimes I didn't want to go where people were, I didn't want to answer these questions, I was tired and all that, I began to discover, and I discovered that you know, I was struggling with low self-esteem. So right about then, of course, I had to be very positive. I had to take the necessary measures, and I had to live to it that I am healthy, and also my mental health, you know, was healthy and all that. So I had to really go through a season of affirmation. I had to speak words of affirmation to myself. You know, you are your first encourager. You should always encourage yourself as a first person, because saa zingine maybe mtu akuku encourage anaweza kuwa hayuko, or maybe the people that are around you are for a different opinion, or you know, many times that you have to encourage yourself, also affirm yourself. So I had those moments where I had to affirm myself, I had to encourage myself, speak to myself positive words. And you know, one of the things that really encouraged me is that this was something that was going to pass. I found confidence in that. It is something that I had to pass. So anytime you're struggling with low self-esteem, be positive. Be positive even with yourself. Stop. Don't be too self-critical. Don't victimize yourself. So one of the major things that was really encouraging to me is that I got to come into terms and to reappreciate the fact that this was something that was going to pass. Isi kitu ilikuwa inakama tikae hapo, that I had to be to just hold myself in a cocoon and all that. No. So I really had to speak words of affirmation, encourage myself, and also tell myself, you know what, Grace, ni kitu inapita, si kitu, you know, inakaa, ni kitu itapita tu. So words of affirmation, encouraging yourself, of course surrounding yourself with the right energy. If you feel some place is becoming too uncomfortable for you, just respectfully avoid that place, or just leave that place. If you feel some associations or some friendships are affecting your low self-esteem, or are becoming uncomfortable for you, you can respectively, you know, with a lot of respect, uneza jitoa, you know, you can go and have your own time, because your environment and the people, the vibe, basically ile vibe yenye unajisurround nayo ina affecting life yako sana. It usually affects your life. So if you feel an association or a relationship is becoming too toxic for you, or it's not affecting you in a good way, you can withdraw for it. You're allowed to respectively, you know, just, you know, you don't need to hang around anymore until maybe you are able to deal with all that. So those are some of the tips that were of course helped me. Words of affirmation. Speak words of affirmations to yourself. Do not stop encouraging yourself even when there is nobody to encourage yourself, and appreciate your uniqueness, because some of these things we struggle with is just a matter of attitude. It's just attitude. Once you switch your attitude kidogo, once you're able to work on your attitude, because there's always something positive about everything, no matter how negative it is, you know, just try to be positive about it, and slowly by slowly you will discover, of course, you will begin to rise up, and you begin to be well. Also, avoid associations that are uncomfortable for you. Nobody will hakuna mtu atakupiga for making the right choice for yourself, you know, instead of hanging around a lot of toxicity and you're not comfortable with it. Please, you are also allowed to be around positive energy and not negative energy until probably you are able to also deal with the external factors. Yeah, so those are some of the things that were really helpful to me. I hope umesaidika mahali. I hope anybody that is struggling with low self-esteem, remember, and I came to discover, and this is a personal testimony, is that there is always something positive. Just don't miss it. There's something positive about every situation, however bad it is. So don't usijivictimize, usijieke kwa kakun, usijichukie. Unajua, you know, in Kikuyu we say doka amenwa nigewe mene, you know. Okay, they might not have hated you, but the sense is yati venye watu ati wanakureactia pia wewe ujitreat the same. You know, that's the sense of you know, the saying, si ati ujitreat the same. Juu watu wanakusaibabuli, juu watu wanakuambia maneno that are hurtful to you, sasa pia wewe ujihurt. No, don't be too self-critical. Of course, correct yourself if need be, make the necessary adjustments, make the necessary changes, but do not victimize yourself. Usijieke down, you know, usijieke chini, you know, don't victimize yourself. Look for something positive about it, you know. Something positive about my situation is that I encourage myself that one day this story will be an encouragement to somebody, you know. So look at us now, here we are, you know, encouraging you, speaking to you that you can make it. So there is always something positive. Na sisi ni barua ambao, sisi ni kama barua tunambuango, sisi ni kama barua tumeandikwa tusomangwe na watu. So let us allow our stories to get out there, you know. At this time and era, if you're struggling with low self-esteem, look for something positive about it. And one of the major positive things about it, ata ukawai kosa any other reason for what you're going through right now that is causing you low self-esteem, remember that one day you will be a story that will be read. And it is not just a story, itakuwa story ya kuencourage mtu. So ata ukikosa kitu ingine, whatever you are going through right now that might cause you to feel to have low self-esteem or to feel like you're not worth it anymore, please encourage yourself. Hata ukikosa ingine, wewe chukua hii. Your story is an encouragement to somebody else. So that is enough. You know, that is enough. So walk head high, have confidence with yourself. Your story itakuja kuchangamsha mtu siku moja. Your story itakuja kuencourage mtu siku moja. So it's not done. It's not a done deal for you. You can still rise up again. So I wish you the very, very best. And remember to sijieke chini. We have a lot of things to do. We have many souls to encourage. Let us encourage ourselves also in the Lord. And remember, there is always something good about everything you see right now. Thank you very much for watching this short video. I hope imewasaidia. I hope to everybody that is going through what you're going through, I want to encourage you that you're a special being, you're beautiful, you are handsome, you are amazing, you are a queen, you are a king, you can be whatever you want to be. Amen. So thank you so much. God bless you. Keep watching. Keep subscribing, keep watching my videos, keep sharing my videos. Anybody you feel hii video ni yake and need to watch video, please keep sharing, keep subscribing. There is more content coming. God bless you. My name is Grace Mwai. Bye bye.